Ladies and gentlemen, the following bout, 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action for the vacant Bay Area Combat Lightweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from Salinas, California. He weighed in at 155 pounds even. Representing Fighters Corner, Freddy Rodriguez. His opponent, across the cage in the red corner, makes his home in Vallejo, California. He weighed in at 153 pounds. He represents Rapacon's Martial Arts and Asylum Fight Team, Skeletor Anthony Beal. Referee John Toll to give instructions in our co-main event of the evening.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Check yourselves at all times. Listen to my instructions at all times. Touch gloves now. If you're going to do so, return your corner.
The 155-pound BAC lightweight title on the line between Anthony Beal with the red tape on his gloves, going up against Freddy Rodriguez with the blue tape on his gloves. This should be a very entertaining lightweight scrap for the inaugural Bay Area Combat 155-pound strap. Yeah, Beal comes in 3-4 overall. Freddy Rodriguez comes in 2-3, and you see the huge height advantage for Beal.
Yeah, Beal 6'2", Freddy Rodriguez 5'5".
And it'll be important for Beal to find a way to utilize that reach advantage, and obviously for Rodriguez, you want to see him just able to shorten that up. Beal landing a little bit here, throwing a little wild though.
He's doing a good distance of keeping his distance though, and just keeps throwing volume punches.
Yeah, his work rate is impressive.
Yeah. And he's using that work rate with his length, so really, he can't come inside on him. Beal's doing a really good job using his length so far.
And Rodriguez is going to need to find his distance, find his range. It's going to be very difficult with such a lanky opponent.
And with Rodriguez, it kind of in the sense where it's, you know, when you see DC fight, where he's always the smaller guy, so he's got to find a way to really get inside and kind of work that clinch game a little bit.
Right. The unfortunate thing for Rodriguez is that he's really a striker by his game, not a grappler like Cormier. So he really needs to land those punches.
Rodriguez in his last fight, second round TKO finish, win over Jonathan Sellers.
Yeah, both TKO wins was with a right overhand. So
nice straight right hand right there from Anthony Beal.
So far, Beal's striking is just, his length's too much for him.
And Beal, the hometown kid here out of Vallejo, California. Rodriguez fighting out of Salinas. And also too, the title fight, they're three-minute rounds.
I was just about to mention that for the conditioning of both of these athletes.
Oh, we got him with the elbow. That elbow landed flush. That was a really nice 1-2 combo from him.
But one thing from Rodriguez, he is a tough guy and he has a tough chin.
We're seeing it right there with the uppercuts landed. Beal, relentless.
Beal is mixing up real nice on him right now, especially with those jabs. And then throwing the kick in as well.
He's absorbed a lot of punishment, but it doesn't read on his face. He's been even keeled throughout, which is, you got to be impressed with Rodriguez's disposition.
If anything, it's really just giving Beal points right now.
And that straight right's landing at will for Anthony Beal.
The problem, though, is Beal is scoring a lot right now. He's definitely getting an advantage in this round.
And a little slip there from Rodriguez. Beal taking advantage. Tried to land the high kick.
Yeah, just approaching 30 seconds left in this first round, and it's been all Beal.
Exactly. That's what Rodriguez needs to do. He needs to start grabbing his legs when he does those kicks and try and get inside. But like you said, Brian, he's not really a takedown guy, so it may not be that effective for him.
And the match we saw with Beal here on Solana College Sports Network, Beal's very comfortable on the ground, very flexible for a guy 6'2".
He's definitely a well-rounded fighter.
Final 10 seconds here, round one. Been all Beal. Yeah, Beal's just been able to fight this fight pretty much at the range he wants to be at. So good first 3 minutes for the Vallejo boy, Anthony Beal. And once again, this is for the inaugural BAC lightweight title fight. We got 2 fights left, including this one. Coming up next is a big-time fight between Joseph Kropscott, who comes in 4-0, number 2 in the state of California, against Noah Christie, who's 3-0, and he's in the top 15 in the state of California also. And it's always nice when there's hardware on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. This first title fight has been very impressive for Beal to try to get that strap, be the first ever Bay Area Combat Lightweight champion. And we talk a lot about strategies throughout this broadcast today. Beal, his strategy, his game plan has been on point. It's up to now Freddie Rodriguez for his corner to come up with a strategy to try to combat.
And if you think about it, this fight sets up perfect for Beal because he wants to, keep the fight standing, use his length, use his combos, kicks, punches, and he's been able to do that the first 2 rounds pretty easily. His length is just such a big advantage, and he's taking advantage of it as well. So I think that was a pretty clear first round for him. We'll see what Rodriguez does to adjust.
And you can really see a game plan utilized perfectly for Beal in the first 3 minutes. Let's see if Rodriguez can come up with a game plan here in the second round.
I think if anything, he needs to at least throw in those takedown attempts just to throw off, instead of landing crazy punches or kicks. He's got to mix up something.
He's having a tough time right now closing the distance, which is feeding Beal. And Beal utilizes everything, knees, kicks, jabs, overhand rights, straight rights.
And a lot of those tactics he's done to keep Rodriguez from getting inside in the first place.
Yeah, even though Beal's 22, he's been fighting since 2013. So a lot of experience.
Yeah, and really you can see the polish in his striking and his kicks, really technically sound.
And you can tell Rodriguez starting to get a little more comfortable in there, throwing a little more.
I think he realizes he's got to be able to take some of those punches and just go in. See, he's starting to take that kick and just run through it and charge.
Yeah,
he has to.
If he doesn't respect the power of Beal, if it's not going to finish the fight, maybe you just keep moving forward.
Gets a big takedown right there. Beal pops right back up almost.
And at the very least, he scores with the judges with a takedown.
It's also good because now Beal, it's something else he's going to have to be aware of, which is huge for Rodriguez, especially with his ability not to be able to get inside that well.
And this is where he wants to fight close distance and the clinch. Beal does a good job to explode off the cage. Beal's got a little cut maybe right above his left eye.
Beal is really doing a good job, too, of staying in the center of the octagon and forcing Rodriguez to kind of scramble around and then just pick him apart with his length.
So we're past the halfway point here, round 2. Rodriguez looks better here in the second round compared to the first. Still a very close round, though. Nice inside leg kick.
That kick hurt him a little.
Comes in with the left inside leg kick. Rodriguez throwing.
He's doing a little better job of dodging the first punch and then charging inside, not really getting hit as much by it. It's really all about timing for him. He's got to find a way to time in between Beal's, aggressive attacks.
Yeah, maybe going in and out more to quickly get in range and then quickly escape.
That kick hit him good, and a nice knee by Beal as well. Another nice knee.
Those inside leg kicks are doing damage on Rodriguez.
The big difference, too, between these fighters, Beal is just way more rounded with his knees and kicks, and it's just scoring a lot more for him, along with his, technical, smooth striking.
Be important here, though, if Rodriguez can get a second takedown of the round.
This is what Rodriguez needs to do. He needs to get Beal on the fence and start looking for these takedowns, and he does.
Slam. Big-time slam right there for Freddie Rodriguez, and
that absolutely changes the complexion of the second round. 2 takedowns now. That's something for the judges to really think about when they're deciding who's going to win this second round.
And he's going to be ending the fight on top more than likely, which looks nice as well.
Looks like he's trying to go for a guillotine here, but time's going to run out, it looks like. And that's the end of round 2.
Another interesting takedown. Even though he landed on bottom, it's still technically a takedown.
And that was more Rodriguez going for the choke, hold guard, of more than a takedown landed for Beal. So 2 takedowns landed for Rodriguez. He was able to close the distance a little more in that second round. So we saw Beal utilize his game plan perfectly in round 1. Rodriguez kind of utilized his game plan big time there in round 2.
If anything, I think Rodriguez adapts, realizing, okay, I'm not going to be able to just stand and trade with this guy. I'm going to have to find a way to get takedowns and get his body weight into this fight, meaning use the takedowns, get your body on top, and then use that to keep Beal, from not scrambling and striking from a distance.
It was hard to listen to with the ring girl walking by.
That happened to you too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had no clue what he said.
I completely tuned you out, but absolutely, Jake.
That's what he said.
But I tell you what, man, it looks like it's going to come down to who wins this third round to take the inaugural BAC 155-pound title.
And that's the way I think Steve Barnett would want it as he books this fight.
And hey, you guys haven't learned how to multitask?
I was single tasking on that one, buddy. Here we go. 3 minutes to determine who's going to take home the inaugural Bay Area Combat Lightweight title. Big second round for Rodriguez, huge first round for Beal. The second round was still pretty close, but the 2 takedowns might be the difference here. And you see there, Rodriguez able to close the distance here early in round 3.
If it was the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds of round 2, I think Beal would have a shot, but Rodriguez, I think, definitely took that second round. So
Rodriguez holding the shorts there. Ref warned him. Looks like he's holding them again here.
Still a really good job for him to really initiate, the grapple right away and trying to get the takedown. But Beal does a good job getting away.
Yeah, good defense there.
Ooh, what a nice punch.
Yeah, went for that Superman left.
Yeah, both these guys are bringing it with the belt on the line.
That was also a good power punch by Rodriguez to the body. He may want to mix it up to the body a little bit more.
Yeah, Beal looks like probably the better conditioned fighter, not breathing out of his mouth at all.
Nice right hand by Beal. And Rodriguez looks like he's still got enough
he definitely
left in the gas tank here in round 3 too. So 2 minutes left to determine the 155-pound champ.
So second time now up against the fence goes Beal.
And he's been successful with the takedown, gets the double leg takedown right there on the cage. Let's see if Beal can find a way to utilize the cage, though, to get back to his feet.
He's starting just to fight through Bill's punches and initiate that grapple, and then usually once he does that, he can get him to the ground pretty easy.
Yeah, I think once that first round set in that I can take some of this punishment with my tough chin, he decided to go forward a little bit more aggressively in the rounds 2 and 3.
I totally agree, because you can see in his mindset in each attack, he's been kind of doing the same thing.
So Beal able to get back up to his feet. We got 1:20 left here, round 3.
Nice knees by Beal, though, and a nice punch.
This is going to be a big 1:15. This round's up for grabs here. Rodriguez has done an outstanding job here in the final 2 rounds that he utilizes wrestling and kind of throw Beal off a little bit. Can't throw as much on the feet with those takedowns in Rodriguez's back pocket.
Oh, Beal got him once too, but Rodriguez back.
He's given up that shot to try and get the takedown here.
You can tell he's willing to take the punches to get in the the position on the fence where he's grappling Beal on the fence.
And if you're Beal here, you gotta control the wrist here and nullify any takedown attempt from Rodriguez. And really, he's doing a great job of controlling that left wrist, making it hard for Rodriguez to secure a takedown.
Also got to keep that stance nice and wide, because with the 5'5" grappler for a takedown attempt, he has all the leverage. When you're 6'2", your base of gravity, your center of gravity is very hard for you to stay balanced.
A takedown right here would be huge for Rodriguez. We're down to the final 25 seconds here. 155-pound championship.
I was about to say,
trying to lock up Kimura.
Yeah. Because Beal, he was doing a good job fighting that takedown, but I think he just wanted to go for this Kimura.
Yeah, it will definitely go for Beal on the scorecard. I don't think he has the leverage there at all.
Rodriguez fights it. And that's how this fight's going to end. Rodriguez lands a couple of grounded pound shots. Very, very close fight. And obviously it's going to come down to the judges, but big-time fight for both Beal and Rodriguez. Who's getting that 155-pound championship?
Well, is that rhetorical, or can we answer
you guys can answer if you want.
I wish I had an answer for you. If I had to pick, I think Rodriguez, because he ended on the ground at the
Very
end.
Very confident.
Yeah. Like I said, man, it was a good fight. It's going to come down to judges' preference once again, I think. Are you more into the striking and landing punches, or are you more into the takedowns?
And both these guys probably feel like they won the fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
A very, very close fight. Beal clearly won the first round.
Yeah.
I would say Rodriguez won the second round. That third round was up for grabs.
And I think the third round will probably dictate the winner of this fight as far as each judge's decision on that third round.
You get a look at the 155-pound belt right there in the hands of the Camo MMA Bay Area combat promoter, Steve Barnett. And Barnett done an outstanding job setting up this 13-fight card. And we're moments away from finding out who is going to take that belt home. You get a look right there of Rodriguez, who fought a very outstanding 9 minutes. Anthony Beal able to utilize his reach early. Rodriguez able to kind of control or get the distance a little closer, which worked out big for him.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and send it over to Cooley for the official announcement. Who's going to be the inaugural 155-pound BAC champ?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges see the bout the same way. For your winner and new Bay Area Combat Lightweight Champion, in the red corner, Skeletor Anthony Beal.
Anthony Beal, the first ever champ here in the BAC. Big time performance for Beal. He takes on the 155-pound belt.
Yeah, Skeletor is the man with the championship after a really tough bout against a very game Freddie Rodriguez. Showed his toughness, showed his chin, but man, Beal had such a great advantage and he utilized it to the fullest. That reach advantage was so dominant in that first round.
And I think he just landed so much volume early.
We're going to send it over to Cooley with the interview.
Anthony Beal, what does it mean to win this belt in front of your home crowd?
It means absolutely everything to me. I actually want to dedicate this fight to one of the greatest men I've ever known who couldn't be here today because of sickness. Grandmaster Christopher Rapicon, this win, this fight, it's for you.
Absolutely. Steve Barnett told me before the fight that I needed to make sure to remind you that you have to defend that belt. So maybe June or maybe the fight after, I know you're going to be a fighting champion.
Absolutely, I'll be here.
Absolutely. All right. Congratulations, the brand new lightweight champion, Anthony Beal.
Nice.
Big time performance there, Anthony Beal. And he really earned that one because Freddie Rodriguez, very game opponent. Big time win for Beal. And who knows, maybe we'll see him defend that belt June 30th at Bay Area Combat 2.
Yeah, he makes up for an intriguing matchup for any type of fighter because he's so well-rounded. We saw his striking ability. We saw his Muay Thai with his knees.
I would love to see a fight with him and Giovanni Amador Rosales, but he fought at 170 pounds, so we'll see maybe if he drops down to 155 pounds and those two guys throw down. So we'll have to wait and see. Impressive performance. Anthony Beal gets the 155-pound championship. We got one fight left. Joseph Kropscott, Noah Christie, middleweight BAC title fight on the line. We'll go ahead and send it over to Cooley to introduce both fighters.